NT Prepper here, doing a review on a great little tool for your range bag and gun gear kits. This is the gun tool by Real Avid. See these advertised a lot online, a lot of gun magazines, etc. Had this thing about 6 months or so, use it all the time. I have to say that I've carried all sorts of gear in my range bag, flathead screwdrivers, Allen wrenches, etc. This seems to cover most of my needs in general. I've carried a lot of extra gear and all, and take it out and leave it before I go to the range, and darn, I wish I had my so-and-so tool. This covers most of your needs, especially if you're shooting rifles and shotguns, long arms. Handguns is decent with, but this is primarily designed for long guns. So, let me show you all the gear on this and break it down. But before I do that, let me talk about the price. I found this online a while back, can't remember where I bought it, for $20. $20 is very expensive for this thing, okay? That's a lot of money for something that's just a basic tool here. I would say something like this for a general multi-tool at Lowe's or Home Depot would be $7 or $8. But for $20, this gives me a lot of gear in one package, and I think it's worth it. Saw it online tonight for $25 with a little bore light, something like that. Magnetic bore light, I believe. Didn't come with that when I ordered mine, but this thing has served me well, and I would highly recommend it. Let me go ahead and break things down for you on the gear. This is classified as an 18-in-1 tool, and added everything up, it does technically add up to 18 items or uses overall. So, let's start off. You've got a pin punch right there. Okay, I've not really used that very much, unless you want to use it as a bottle opener after you've shot, not before. But that will open your beer bottle or your soda bottle, whatever. So, there's that. Let me close that out. Get that out of the way. Got a blade here. If you can see that right there. That's about 1.5-inch claw knife. And so that works real well for opening boxes of shells, of clay pigeons, etc. Just whatever you need a blade for. You should already have another blade, but that's a nice little addition there. So you've got your choke wrench. If you can see that. Hopefully the camera will focus. There you go. This covers everything for shotguns, absolutely everything for chokes. It's got everything from 410, 28 gauge, 20 gauge, 16, 12, and 10 gauge. Now, I don't own any 10 gauges, 16 gauges, or 28 gauges, but this is going to do the job if you've got those around. You don't have to have extra gear laying around. This will do the job for everything. A little flathead part right there, hopefully you can see that, for windage and elevation adjustments if you need to do so. This is a little too wide for most of my handguns overall, so I've got a little small tool that I keep, a little Colt medallion, if you will, which I might show later. But overall, this does the job real well. Moving along, you have got 3 torque wrenches, T20, T15, T10, as well as 2 Allen wrenches in 3 30-seconds and 5 30-seconds. So hopefully, let me show you there. There you go. And over on this end, your assortment. All that folds down nicely, gets out of the way. This will fit in your pants pocket, or I prefer cargo pants, front side pocket, something like that. Does the job real well. It's also got a driver right there that's magnetic. And back here you got a nice little storage case to hold things. This holds things in real well. It's maybe not the most comfortable to operate, not as smooth as I'd prefer, but it does keep everything nice and contained. I'm not going to lose anything. Snaps out inside there. Hopefully you can see it right there. There you go. That's a little bit better. You've got 4 bits in there. You've got a Phillips head 1 and Phillips head 2, and you got some flat heads. I think it's a 1/8 and a 3/16, I believe, flat heads, which are always useful. Those are magnetized in there. And I go dropping them. There you go. There's a Phillips, and it fits in there, magnetizes in real well. I've used these quite frequently. Maybe not the Phillips so much, more the flathead for me. I use the flatheads for side adjustments on my handguns. Now when you close this thing down, it clicks down once. You got to push a little bit of force there to click it down again. So not real fluid, but it's not going to open on you accidentally either. So a nice little tool overall. Would highly recommend this. Like I said, I've been using it for about 6 months. Doesn't cover everything with your handguns that you're going to need, but it covers a lot, or your firearms rather, not just handguns. Again, for mounting scopes and rings and choke tubes and all that, which I don't tend to use on my shotguns. But love this thing. For $20, $25, seems like a lot, but the fact that I don't have to carry a lot of extra gear with me necessarily makes it well worth the effort. I would strongly recommend this for you shooters who shoot a lot, especially if you shoot a lot of different firearms, handguns, shotguns, rifles, and you have a selection. You're not always going to be able to grab the one hex wrench you need or whatever. This is going to cover everything in most categories. So, hope you found this useful. Like I said before, $20, $25 seems a bit expensive, but the versatility of this makes it worth it. Use it all the time, have had no problems. Indie Prepper out.